I honestly look at this and I reckon, you know what, if you needed to wait 1 week so that you can coincide this announcement immediately with the release of the game, like, just release it. Big freaking deal. You release patches anyway all the time. Like, you can patch it up later. You don't need a beta for this, is my sort of point of what I'm trying to get to. So the new mobile game from Blizzard is not exactly what I expected it to be. Unfortunately, it is not a clone of Raid Shadow Legends or Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. It's not a squad-based, turn-based combat game, but instead it is a tower defense. Of course, as always, Blizzard has to make it their own and kind of put their own spin on it, which in this case is done by calling it a tower offense game rather than tower defense game. Okay, let's let them have it, that's fine. The game looks actually quite fun. I am a little disappointed that it's not what I wanted, but I'll take this. I'll take this. This is basically another clone of the original tower defense games, one of which I played relatively recently on Steam, funnily enough, not on mobile, which is called Minion Masters. It's exactly the same thing, 2 bases, different masters or different heroes basically leading those little miniatures, if you like, their minions, into battle. This is exactly the same format, except I'll admit that in this particular case, first of all, it's in a cutesy, familiar universe of Warcraft, but more of a Hearthstone. I actually think this game should have been called Hearthstone Arclight Rumble rather than Warcraft Arclight Rumble, although Warcraft is obviously a lot more recognizable name in that universe. And yes, Hearthstone is based on Warcraft, so they have full legit rights to call it that. I always expected it to be Hearthstone. You can even see my predictions video when I was kind of predicting it to be a Raid Shadow Legends clone game. I always thought it's gonna look kinda like this, cutesy, basically cutesy. And there are limits to cutesiness. In this particular case, I think it is Warcraft, definitely spirited sort of Hearthstone-y look, which I am not offended by. I think this is placed appropriately. Let's call it that. It's placed appropriately. That's cute, that cutesiness. That might have actually annoyed me in some other context, but I didn't expect blood and gore here. I expected always it to be kind of uplifting, mobile-y. Yeah, so I'm not surprised that they've gone with Hearthstone universe. Not at all. As far as the tower defenses are concerned, it's fun games. They are fun games. They are mobile friendly. They are okay for the bus. They are okay for the toilet. They are okay for wherever you are. I don't know about campaign, story campaign, raids and other kind of stuff. That probably requires a little bit more of time investment and you being focused on your mobile screen for potentially more prolonged periods of time. And that I don't actually know. I need to play it in order to kind of pass judgment there if the model holds. Because mobile games have always been, as a model, kind of as a model of an entertainment, they've always been based around shorter attention span, shorter time investment into the game. You cannot spend as much time in front of your screen when you're playing a mobile game. You might have a little coffee downstairs when you're taking a break from work, or you might be, like I keep joking here, on the toilet or whatever. But you probably are not going to be super focused on some raid encounter, coordinating your efforts with a bunch of other people, which takes, I don't know, probably 15 plus minutes at the very least. I don't know, I'm speculating here completely, because in this Arclight Rumble world, maybe raids mean something else. And dungeons, by the way, they also have dungeons that they conveniently forgot to mention. Oh, how cute! Look, I do react a little sarcastically when I see that the developers or whoever is presenting anything to us are trying a little too hard. And in this case, arguably, yes, they're having fun, but they're so overtly and plastically having fun that that's what causes my slightly more sarcastic reaction. I don't expect you to react the way I do. I don't expect you to even support this viewpoint or understand what I'm saying, but that's just a genuine reaction from me. I'm like, calm down, calm down. You said chaos already 20 times. I understand that that's the keyword that PR is built upon. That is what you want us to believe, that that's unleash chaos, unleash chaos. Like, just shut up. I'm sorry, just shut up. Just stop repeating it anymore. Yeah, I'm here to also have fun. I'm buying into it. It looks like fun, but shut up about chaos and just stop bombarding me with this corniness. Like, it's too much corn syrup in there. My humble opinion. I don't expect you to agree with me. Yeah. But overall, what do I think? Well, it's a spin-off of Hearthstone. It's all right. It's cartoony, it's cutesy, it will be fun. I will play it. I will probably like it. I will probably like it because I liked tower defense games in the past. That is basically the short version of it. Yeah, would I have preferred it to be still the squad game, like I already said? Yes, I would have. Are there enough of tower defense games out there? Yes, but one would argue that there are enough of other games as well. And Warcraft universe is such a beloved universe that I do believe that it's a absolutely, not arguably, great thing that they're bringing yet another beloved franchise, but not in a card game thing, but more almost, when I look at this screen here, a little bit at this recorded gameplay, I believe that this almost reminds me of the good old days, obviously in much higher fidelity graphics and implementation of the good old days of Warcraft Orcs versus Humans, you know, the good old strategy RTS games on PC that were around before you were born, probably, statistically assuming, who might be watching my video right now. Apologies if you're just as old as I am, give video a like if you're one of my oldies, golden oldie friends. Apparently they confirmed that there are no current plans to create these figurines, which I know that a lot of people, not me, actually, I will be honest, not me, but a lot of people would be into collecting if they were basically doing the physical figurines, right? I understand that we can 3D print anything these days, and a lot of people probably would be doing that, but I cannot imagine why they decided not to straight away diversify and say, you know, like, alongside with Funko Pops figurines that you can buy from a whole bunch of stores. You know, in Australia it's Zing stores and EB Games stores, and I'm sure in America there are lots of other retailers that would do that. Yeah, I'd buy a little figurine of Maiev to put on my desk. Why not? Why wouldn't I do that? Especially why I'm saying it's a very, very weird that they did not announce any intention to do that with the launch of the game is that even still stylistically they created these 3D models as if they are standing on these platforms. So they are already suggesting that they stand on some sort of platforms, yet they are not planning to create these figurines in real world. Very weird that the style is then with the attachment of a platform. Why does Uther the Lightbringer with the Ashbringer over here, why does he need to have this platform if you are not telling me that I'd be able to actually buy him exactly like that? That is, look, it's a small thing, it doesn't matter to me, but you know, I'm a little surprised that they decided to stylize it this way without having a clear intent to produce the actual figurines. I'm a little surprised, I will finally say to you, I'm a little surprised that it wasn't one of those reveals where they know that we are starved for Warcraft and World of Warcraft content, and they did not just announce it and say, and beta is starting today. The first wave of invites is going today. Hurry up. I'm a bit surprised that it is another soon TM, that mockery of the thing that now became kind of almost associated with how Blizzard releases their things. Announcement of soon TM could mean Christmas. No, it will not be Christmas in this case, because you can see just how polished and how finished the game looks. There is no question in my mind that it's pretty much ready to go. Maybe some balancing changes, this and that, but honestly, this looks like as polished a product as any of those hitting App Store are looking. So I'm suspecting that probably beta invites are going to go out, if not in a week, then in a couple of weeks of time. I have no idea how long the beta will go for, but we know that, for example, another game from Blizzard, Diablo Immortal, is also launching officially as if it's an open beta. But at the same time, the progression of the characters, other kind of stuff is going to carry on into the real game when they decide to finally put a final stamp of approval on it and release it as retail version 1.0 in 2 years or whatever. It doesn't matter, again, to us. As long as we can play and enjoy ourselves without endless bugs and, I don't know, other kind of things that suggest that the game is really, really rough, a bit raw. This looks very finished to me, and I am, like I said, a bit surprised that they are not a lot more ready. Like today it's available. I still remember how Bethesda announced Fallout Shelter mobile game when they did announce it a few years ago, and they did an announcement sort of along the same lines. Hey, we have something little for you, that then became this massive thing that everyone played, and I still love it. It's one of my favorite mobile and not just mobile now games. And what they've done is they've announced it and said, and it's available right now. Go download it. And that was awesome. That contributed to, I think, this positive sort of wave of interest in the community, in the content creators. Everyone jumped onto it. I honestly look at this and I reckon, you know what, if you needed to wait 1 week so that you can coincide this announcement immediately with the release of the game, like, just release it. Big freaking deal. You release patches anyway all the time. Like, you can patch it up later. You don't need a beta for this, is my sort of point of what I'm trying to get to. So I reckon they could have probably done it. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below, as well as any other thoughts you might have on this announcement. Overall, again, look, I sound a little sarcastic and I sound a little maybe negative, but in all honesty, this is just how I feel about this kind of excessive sweet corniness, excessive cutesiness that is sort of on a line of acceptance of what I'm okay to accept. But it's kind of very, very close to that fine line. It's pushing very, very close to that line for me personally. And no, it's not exactly what I expected. Hence, this is the notes that you're hearing kind of in my voice, I suppose, providing this initial reaction. Overall, I'm quite happy. I think they could have done much worse. They could have done much worse, and this is a lot more actiony, and this is a lot more something that I would be into compared to, let's say, if they went full on into the Clash Royale, you know, sorry, this is Clash Royale, this is Clash Royale clone, but if they went more into Clash of Clans base building strategy game. So I would be a lot less into the base building strategy game than I am potentially into this, because this looks alright. There is enough collectability in this, there is enough gameplay in this, by the looks of it again. But time will tell. Once we are in the game, I am definitely going to be covering it. Will it become the main content for my channel? Probably not by a long shot, but at the same time, I definitely will play it, express my opinion once I get sucked into it. And look, you know what, in this particular case, if I'll be surprised, I'm happy to be surprised basically by it. So my initial thoughts, you got them, but if I start playing and can't stop, that would be a pleasant thing for me. I would be glad to be surprised by just how much it got me into it, if it does. That's it for today, my friends. These are my really quick, very poorly edited thoughts on the spot. Please let me know what you think about this game. Have you completely lost your mind out of happiness or disappointment? Both opinions are welcome as long as we respect each other's. So you can have your opinion, I can have my own opinion. Let's share ours in the comments down below. Like the video if you liked it, and subscribe to the channel for more. We are expecting also announcement for Path of Exile Next League, which is coming in a couple of days time. I appreciate that I talk to 2 different audiences when I make this announcement here, but that will be another thing covered by me in a couple of days time. See you later. Bye for now. Thanks for tuning in.